Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a weekly show where we tell you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am CJ Millen, joined by the co-hosts of the show, Josh Burns and Brian Thornton.
I'm a little upset you didn't say we were the stars this time.
See, this was... You ever watch The Office where Jim does the Pavlovian trick with Dwight when every time he restarts the computer, he gives Dwight an Altoid, and then the last time he does it, he restarts the computer and Dwight just holds out his hand.
Right.
And Jim's like, "What do you want?" And Dwight's like, I don't know. My mouth tastes bad all of a sudden." That's what I've been doing for the last couple of episodes, just trying to get you guys, adjusted to being called the stars, only to have the mantle taken away from you. So March is International Podcasting Awareness Month, and we're asking you, that kind of nerd listener, to share the world of podcasting with others who are less fortunate than you. All you have to do is share the links to That Kind of Nerd or Hey Did You See or any podcast, and use the hashtag TRYPOD. That's TRYPOD. If you're with the person, grab their phone and show them how to do it. Welcome a nerd or a fantastic person into the world of podcasting in the month of March, easy for me to say, with the hashtag TryPod.
Also in the month of March. Love
As
the
Josh
month
said,
of March.
it is the St. Patrick's Day episode. I, too, also have been drinking, so let's let that happen.
No, it's the month of March.
It's the month of March.
I prefer it to be the month of April. I mean, warmer weather.
So there's some news in the movie and TV world and the streaming world that we all love to live in, and
news.
Yeah, that's
That's staying in.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What?
What did you say?
News.
Yeah, but you said what news? Or was it just news?
It's the month of March news.
So Netflix is totally changing up the way that you rate content. Starting in April, Netflix is going to go away with the 5-star reviews and go to a simple thumbs up, thumbs down system.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
I like
Really?
it. I don't like it.
You know why it makes sense? Because only freaking cinephile nerds like myself are like, I think this was a 3.5.
Dude,
I wouldn't really rate it a 4.
I got really in depth one day. It was a long time ago, right? Right when your list became important to the DVDs that were being shipped to you. So the ratings made a big difference, right? And I spent way too much time focused on the ratings, far too much time.
I mean, I had like some existential crises while doing it.
Crises.
Sitting there like, would I really rate Spider-Man 2 a 5? Or is it more of a 4.5? I really liked the movie, but...
It was like, love it, I liked it, nah, like... It was tough. I guess you're right. I guess Joe Schmo Public just likes thumbs up,
so
thumbs
Netflix
down.
just turned it into swipe left or swipe right.
Yeah, it's the Tinder of movie.
And here's what they're also going to do. They're also going to match your
The only
taste.
thing is you don't get herpes from this.
Well, I don't know, man. If you Netflix and chill the right way, you're totally going to get herpes.
If it's Netflix and chill, then perhaps. But if it's Netflix and rate, odds are you are alone.
Okay.
And you're safe.
So they're also going to do a little bit better with the recommendations with it. So they're going to still have scores of a percentile of some shape or form. And if it doesn't meet 50%, so it's 50% or below, it's not going to show up on your recommendations. So they're hoping that with more people voting thumbs up, thumbs down, very simple gesture, that they'll be able to help with recommendations. I gotta tell you, man, I'm super this gives me such agita, right? It gives me such anxiety because I don't want to thumbs up it, but I don't want to thumbs down. Dislike it.
So but if I do nothing, then I don't get more like it, and that's a problem too. So. Yes. So for me, it's maybe I'm not right. Like Apple Music is kind of that way where you just like it, love it, or not. And there's so many things that I'm kind of like, you know what? On a Tuesday, if it's raining and somebody told me go fuck myself first thing, that's when I want to listen to this playlist.
You don't
right? And maybe not any other time. That's so I can't. I won't. I will completely abstain from rating things up or down unless they are absolutely yes or absolutely no.
Yeah, Josh Burns' opinion does not affect what Netflix is planning to do.
No, it doesn't. I get that. But the problem is I'm like an all or nothing, right? Like I always have been about everything. And there's very few people, Brian, that I hope you never meet someone that goes, oh, Josh Burns, I'd rather be loved or hated. So the thumbs up or thumbs down, great. But there's so many things that are in the middle as far as entertainment go that I can't possibly bother with the absolutes unless it's like a Tim Burton
Josh,
down. Thumbs
I'm
down.
with you. I like to be a lover, love or hate it. I like that, I'd rather, people hate how much they love me.
Well done, sir. I hate how much I love you.
I would imagine it's really tough.
Constantly, I'm going, God damn it, why do I love him so?
The other thing that I found for Netflix is, have you ever caught yourself watching like The Office for the 5th time because you feel like nothing is on Netflix right now? Like there's nothing new on Netflix.
I'm watching Bob's Burgers for like the seventh
Yeah,
time.
dude,
Well, you know what?
I'm struggling.
You know what? Instead of doing all of this, take 2 minutes and tell Netflix directly what you want added to the service. They have a simple page that you just go to, you log in, and you tell them what show you want to see. They take that all into account, and then that's what helps them shape their content. No? You're not going to tell Netflix, get this show instead?
Here's why. Netflix, you know what would really help me out?
Just have everything?
Could you have Sneaky Pete? And they'd go, no, Amazon, licensing. No. And I go, oh, well, there's nothing else I want to watch. And they go, oh, well then we can't actually help you. This is not the service.
But we have Iron Fist, so there you go.
Right. So it's that thing where, like, in the moment where I need to know what I need to watch, I don't need to suggest something because I don't know what I should suggest.
Well, I mean, I would be like, bring back Doctor Who for the love of God. Doctor Who, if we just get everyone to go Doctor Who, we could probably get Doctor Who back.
But I own all of Doctor Who now, and everyone who wants to watch it should just buy it because it's worth your $300. Just go buy it. Buy it all.
Do you own the West Wing?
No.
What if they took the West Wing?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do. I've downloaded. Yes, I've downloaded all of it. Yeah.
But I didn't even know this website existed. I didn't even know you could actually request things from Netflix to put back onto their service. I had no idea that was a thing.
It's like
really, CJ?
I feel like it's more of a
Did you know there was a form you could fill
crowdsourcing?
out?
I think it's more about crowdsourcing trends than it is about getting show, because everything's about licensing. Nothing's about what everybody wants. It's about, can they get it, right? And for how much?
Yeah, but this is a good way for. I mean, this kind of reminds me a little bit of like when Chuck was going off the air on NBC, and the fans were like, "No, we really want you to keep Chuck," and the network is like, "Give us a good reason to," and we'll go to Subway and we'll buy a shitload of sandwiches. Please just keep Chuck.
Can we get new seasons of Chuck?
Yo,
on Netflix?
I'd sign up for
maybe.
new seasons of Chuck. Can we do that?
Just put in new Chuck. Put new season of Chuck. There's 3 spots for suggestions. Just do it.
So it's funny you mentioned. So
I want to reach out to our 5 listeners and tell them to go to this website, and I want more Chuck.
Listen, football season for me has started, and I'm interacting in different fantasy
ended
leagues.
like a month ago. What the hell?
Well, it started for me. This guy new to the league, he comes in, he's like, "Hey, Nerd Herd, your name's Nerd Herd. You're in like 3 leagues with me." I'm like, "Yeah, Nerd Herd, 3 leagues, whatever. I got like 30 of them, whatever." Right? He goes, "Is that a Chuck reference?" I'm like, "Well, certainly stolen from Chuck, but I also do this podcast, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "All right, so you're a nerd and you play football, so it makes sense that your team is the Nerd Herd, but you stole the logo from Chuck." I'm like, "I stole a lot more from Chuck, but yeah, the logo is the least of it." And and immediately like 3 or 4 other dudes in the league chimed into the group chat, like about Sarah and about the story. And this is a show everybody loves, but nobody talks about.
I talk about it constantly.
I know.
I was actually just talking about Chuck.
But the problem is that we lived it. So it's different, right? We actually lived it in a few ways. We weren't international men of mystery, but we were close.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Have you seen Brian's palatial estate? You don't get that without being.
I guess you're right. You don't get that. You don't get that at all. But look, yes, we all want more Chuck, absolutely. But that is not what we were talking about, nor can I remember what we were talking about.
Well, here's something.
Now all I want to talk about is a new season of Chuck. Can we
Brian, you and I can go to the bar. We'll cast.
Let's draw up a plan.
I'm sorry. Can we talk about that? If we have Ghost Rider starring Aaron Paul, who do we have for Chuck?
Stop it! No, we can't do it.
You
Can't do
just
it
bring
yet?
back the entire cast. It's not like they're like ancient.
Not the. I think we recast some. We go a bit bigger.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the core cast has to stay the same.
I'm bringing in Tom Hardy to be a villain.
Yes. I want to see that.
Just once. Yep.
Right now.
Gotta have it.
I want it now.
All right, so let's talk about something.
Josh, make it happen.
Let's talk about.
You have connections. Don't laugh like you don't know people.
So let's talk about something that we don't want, something that we didn't ask for, and something that we want to tell the studios stop doing this.
Malaria.
No, they're going to reboot
Herpes.
The Matrix.
Oh, CJ, tell me more. Tell me more. Like, does he have a car?
They are going.
Wait, what?
So it is going to be a Matrix movies without the Wachowskis.
CJ, I don't know if you could tell my sarcasm. I do not want to know more about this.
It's happening. Well, allegedly it's happening. The backlash has been really
I want to
bad.
know more.
Warner Brothers has said that they are going to reboot the Matrix movies. The Hollywood Reporter has basically leaked it saying that it's in the early stages, and they're talking about having Michael B. Jordan in the project.
Who owns Fantastic Four?
Fox.
Matrix is Warner Brothers.
Yes. Which is owned by Tom Warner.
Well, I'm just okay. So it's not going to be terrible.
Yes, it will.
Yeah. Why do we need to reboot the Matrix?
Why not?
Why not expand the Matrix? Why not do
CJ,
a continuation of the story?
This Matrix was 98. It's been 20 years.
Do 20 years after
there's a
Neo saved the
generation
Matrix
of
and everything's all
people who
fucked
have
up.
No idea what the Matrix is.
So do a whole new chapter of the Matrix. Like
can't.
it's not like
You
that's
can't.
no. It's
You
not
can't.
like
You
that
can.
story is done.
You can.
You can
the way they ended
totally
it, you
do
absolutely
more.
can.
The Wachowski
do
brothers
another-
aren't going to do it.
They're not
Right,
doing
then-
this
then
anyway.
They shouldn't freaking touch
What
it.
I'm saying is, it's somebody else has a different vision. So let's see.
Yes, show me your vision without doing the exact same movie all over again. I don't need to see.
Well, it doesn't have.
I
to,
don't need to see someone else's vision of the three Matrix movies. I already got that.
No,
I don't need
well,
them.
who says it has to be the same three things? It could be anything within that. That's a pretty expansive, believe it or not. Like people have drawn a whole lot of.
But that's
other
our
stories.
But that's the point. Like the Animatrix and all that other stuff is fantastic.
I will have to, unfortunately and begrudgingly, agree with CJ on this. As painful as it is for me to do,
This is just continuing your trend from the other podcast of just disagreeing with me for the sake of disagreeing with. Brian's disagreeing with me in perpetuity, as far as I can see it right now.
my point is, and I agree with CJ, that the movie ended with a very ambiguous ending that you could absolutely pick up a storyline 20 years later. The truce is over. Shit's gone bad.
Why
We're
are
doing
you
a different
assuming
story
they're
in a
not
different
doing
way.
that?
Because they're not.
Because a reboot is not a continuation.
No,
it's
but
a reboot.
So what if a reboot movie condensed the three Matrix movies into one thing and then went on from there? Would that be okay?
No.
Why not?
Because those first three movies should stay. They I don't like. We didn't ask like they didn't
We didn't
reboot
have-
Star
listen,
Wars.
man,
They
we
continued
didn't have
Star
a Star Wars movie recapping everything that
Oh my
happened in the
God,
past
thank
6
you for disagreeing
episodes
with me again on
before
that one.
episode 7 came out.
Thank
We
you.
just had fucking episode 7.
I love
Thank you.
those movies, right? I do. I love them, but they're not Star Wars.
No, but what we're saying is the universe is very rich, right? The community surrounding it and the fans
Not as
surrounding
big
it
as Star
have made their own. No, it's not. Of course, nothing's as big as Star Wars.
But the correlation is that you're talking about a franchise that had a new expansion to the universe 20 years down the pipeline, and everybody was okay with it because of how expansive and huge this universe is. You can do the same thing with Matrix. You can do a story where you don't necessarily need to see the first 3 movies to create a new story about it, but it would just make your experience even better if you did. You don't need to see episode 4, 5, and 6 to truly enjoy episode 7.
Look, I would love to think that The Matrix is that series, right? Except there are people that I know that are just kind of either have never seen any Matrix movies or just don't care. So it just doesn't seem to have the same punch, right? So if they reboot it, then they reboot it and we see what it's like. And then we decide which one's the better trilogy and we go from there.
No.
Why
yeah,
not?
no. I think you're missing
Because
the whole
some
crux
shit
of
should
this
just
argument.
be left alone.
Why?
The first Matrix movie was a moment in time, right? It really was
But the first one is where it ended. After that, it kind of,
yeah. Listen, we can all agree that Reloaded and Revolutions was just a downward spiral and was not as good as they should have been.
Right.
But my point is, those movies are great the way they are, and the universe that they built was so huge, you can do anything with it and not have to tell the story of Neo again.
And this comes into Laura's own perspective of stop remaking things, make something original.
Right.
Build on the Matrix.
And she says that shit, but like me, when I turn on like a cover song playlist, she's all about it. So there's
a difference. You know what the difference is?
Movies and music,
cover song. It's a cover song. Do a good cover song.
Two completely different things.
Look, do a good cover song. I'll be happy. I just, if you give me more of a story that I love, I want more. That's the way I look at this.
But this isn't more. This isn't more. This is the same.
Maybe,
Josh. This is as if I had eaten a wonderful meal with you of chicken and waffles. Puked it up on the counter and said, I'm going to eat it again. That's what this is. Like some retarded cat
is a
eating his puke.
Fantastic visual. That's good.
All right. So, listen, obviously, this is, I really didn't think
it's a terrible idea.
It's a bad idea.
It's a terrible idea.
I really didn't think this
There's
would
a
be
difference between rebooting a movie that is, 40, 50 years old and you want to kind of update it and make it new and put a different spin on it.
Yeah, like Scarface. Yeah, that's going to be good.
No, that's going to be terrible. But this movie was ahead of its time, and it built such a huge universe.
It really was. It was the introduction to
bullet time and all that stuff.
Well, not just bullet time.
Not even talking about that, just the concept.
From a technology standpoint, this was the introduction to DVD. This, for a lot of people, this was their first DVD. It was the first thing they ever heard in DTS sound, ever. It was a big deal. This was my first DVD. I got this and Apocalypse Now. Oh yeah, That's first good. 2 DVDs. But The Matrix I picked up first. It was in DTS. It was brilliant. Back then there was no surround sound in your house really, unless you were uber rich. The DVD, the advent of the DVD player, and this movie in particular was like you hear all the glass crashing behind you.
And this comes to my point of this was a moment in time. Leave it alone.
But it doesn't. The story isn't necessarily the moment in time.
It's not the story.
I want you to give it a chance. That's what I want. I can't argue against myself or like I have also spoken out about reboots. However, I'm fine with a story that I like this much, but I don't think qualifies as one of the great stories of all time. The way it was done.
Because you said it, I will not still give it a chance. I'm sorry, I can't. Now, and listen, I like Michael B. Jordan. I think he's a great actor, but I'm not hard passing. My point is they need to give me like a stellar trailer before I even consider seeing this in the theater.
I'm not being bought in by trailers by Warner Brothers anymore. No, sir. You better give me a good movie. Make a movie that's good. Because you're good at making trailers.
But CJ, what if they release a 3.5 hour extended edition that's so much better than what they released in the theaters?
So we're living in a world where there is a live action Beauty and the Beast,
just saw that last night.
Live action Jungle Book, and there is now a live action The Little Mermaid, but it's not by Disney.
Yeah, just no. CJ.
Yes, Brian?
No. First off, don't freaking call it The Little Mermaid and then not make it The Little Mermaid. This has nothing to do with The Little Mermaid.
How do you get to make a Little Mermaid movie that isn't a Disney movie?
The Little Mermaid is based off of
It's based off a book.
Yeah, it's based off a book. It's not.
This is the Finding Neverland for The Little Mermaid, and no. Just no.
It didn't look good at all.
No.
Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale rather than a Disney movie. Here's my thing. Are you ready?
If you say Hans Christian Andersen and don't say Treasure Island, I don't want to hear about
it. But that's it's his story. Am I supposed to just say Treasure Island after I say his name?
Author of Treasure Island, Hans Christian Andersen, also wrote The Little Mermaid.
That's all I want to hear about, though. If you're talking about
which this movie has nothing to do with the book or the Disney movie or anything.
I didn't see Ursula or Sebastian anywhere.
I was not under the sea. I did not get to kiss the girl. No.
My favorite song is the chef, the Le Poisson, so the fish song.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good song.
I love that song. It's my favorite
I did not see any thingamabobs. I didn't see any of them. And she's supposed to have plenty. She's supposed to have plenty of
dingle
thingamabobs.
hoppers anywhere.
No.
Here's the thing that I'm kind of taken aback with this movie is that when Disney makes a live action The Little Mermaid, they can't call it The Little Mermaid.
They absolutely can.
Of course
they absolutely can. It'll be
title.
called Disney's The Little Mermaid, and everybody will be like, "Oh, that's the real Little Mermaid. I'll go see that."
Right. Let's not go to that Denny's because it's no good. Let's go to that one.
Yeah. This is the Waffle House of breakfast places.
Oh, see, there's very few other places, actually none that I know of, that you can go and get a double hash brown scattered all the way. With Disney's The Little Mermaid, you can get a double hash brown scattered all the way.
I'm really confused. What is a double hash brown scattered all the way?
Yeah.
Where are you scattering
I gotta tell
it?
you, if you're
Are you scattering it on the parking lot?
If you said the words Waffle House. If you said Waffle House and you don't know scattered all the way, we've got problems.
I hate the Waffle House, so I don't want to know anything about them.
You guys have clearly never had a night where you staggered out of a bar at 2:15 and went, you know what's a good idea right now? Breakfast. Where do we go? The Waffle House.
No, because I hate the Waffle House. I went to a diner.
I either went to a diner or I had Taco Bell. That was what I did.
A double hash brown. Scattered all the way.
What the fuck is scattered all the way? What is scattered all the way? Is it like jingle all the way? What is it?
It's okay. So you can get it a bunch of different ways. Smothered, covered, chunked, blah, blah, blah. It's basically just different layers. Scattered all the way means put everything you have on my hash browns. Wait. I'm worried. What you heard me say is put a lot of things on my hash browns. When what I said was put everything you have on my hash browns.
Okay, that makes sense. That sounds a lot better than the Little Mermaid movie that we just talked about.
It's delicious.
Did we talk about it? Because
that's all we needed. That's all.
I don't really feel like I want to talk about it.
And now I'm an old man, so I can't go to the Waffle House.
True.
But a buddy of mine who just went to the Waffle House said to me, you know what they're doing now? They're making the crazy hash browns into patties. They're putting it into a mold and like making it a crispy patty. And I went, well, then that's not hash browns. I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul.
Well, how do you feel about this, Brian? The Big Bang Theory is going to spin off Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon is going to be its own
don't
show.
Please. Why would you bring this up?
It's
this hurts
Joey.
my heart.
It's like Joey. It's just like Joey.
No, it's not just like Joey. It's not just like Joey because at least with Joey, they're like, hey, we have Joey. Let's get Matt LeBlanc and let's try to make a show out of him. And
it'd be more
great.
like if Home Improvement made a story about the not Jonathan Taylor Thomas brother.
Right. You can't make a prequel. From what I understand, this is a prequel of Sheldon growing up in Tejas.
Well,
without Jim Parsons. Jim Parsons is that character.
Parsons is going to be in it. He's going to be the narrator of the show.
No.
Yeah.
Jim Parsons is that character. You can't throw anybody else into that role
because they're doing an impression of Jim Parsons.
Well, it's a little kid. It's a little kid. He's like,
it
doesn't matter. It'll be a kid doing an impression of Sheldon.
No, this is a terrible idea, and I'm hoping it dies in focus groups because I cannot fathom this going anywhere further.
Are idiots, man.
Well, that's true.
So it's going to focus about the show's pilot will center on Sheldon back when he lived in Texas and attended high school. But remember, Sheldon was a little kid when he went to high school.
Yeah, he was like 11.
So it's going to be like a Doogie Howser movie?
Show?
Thing?
They've also cast his older brother and his twin sister.
What?
For it. Yeah,
his twin sister. He has a twin sister.
His twin sister, and then they also cast Montana.
I haven't
Jordan
watched enough Big Bang, so I'm not aware of any siblings.
This is a terrible idea.
Yep.
Is this episode just let's talk about terrible ideas? Is that the point of
no?
this show?
There's actually very good things coming down.
Is Big Bang over?
No, it's not
still
season
on.
9. I'm sure it's going to go into season 10.
Well, then
Yeah,
why do
and
this?
They just took pay cuts in order to because
Doesn't-
studios don't know when to.
doesn't
not
doesn't this
hurt the brand?
crazy thing
Yeah.
cheapen that?
Yes, of course it does.
Well, then why do it? Why do it?
Because stupidity and money.
mainly just the money.
Well, the stupidity is from the people who might actually watch this. It's like when they tried to do. Don't judge me because I know this, but it's like when they tried to do that Carrie Diaries, which was a prequel to the Sex and the City show, and it failed after a season.
I
No one
actually
cared.
have no idea what.
Yeah, what?
They did what?
And why do
Okay.
you know this?
Because I see commercials because I've never
No,
seen.
no. One does not see commercials.
I
for this.
disagree. Well,
I
commercials.
have never seen a full episode of Sex and the City, but I
You've
do
watched
know.
Pretty Little Liars, right?
But I do know that after Sex and the
Scathing
City,
indictment.
after Sex and the City, they tried to do a prequel show with a different girl before Sex and the City about, I guess her name is Carrie.
But also Horseface?
No, I mean, this girl was not Horseface.
Well, then.
They tried to do a prequel show.
Then
that
it was
took
totally
place
different if she wasn't
about her as a teenager growing up in New York and everything, and it failed miserably. This is a terrible
did
idea.
it-
Because
failed
nobody
miserably
wants to
because
talk
you-
about the teenager and their best friend with all the sex toys. see
listen,
how it fails?
No, it fails because as much as she is the kind of actress she is. Horseface was that character, and no one gives a crap about that character before it was Horseface. So, Horseface in this analogy is Sarah Jessica Parker,
Oh, I think we all knew.
Horseface in every analogy is Sarah Jessica Parker.
unless you're talking about an actual horse,
Face.
an actual
Sarah
horse
Jessica
face,
Parker.
indeed.
See how that happened?
Right, it just
Say horse.
Horse,
Face. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
See?
Got it.
all right. Well, it is now time to move on to Brian's favorite topic of the week, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Cape Talk.
Cape Talk.
There's some news out of the DC front.
News.
Oh, God. Hey, I really hate to do this, but there's some news on the DC front that the Batman is being rewritten from scratch.
Again. Yeah,
again.
that's not new news. That's
Page
not new news.
1 rewrite.
Oh, this is
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm confusing the fact that they scrapped the script for another one of their movies, and in turn, now they're scrapping a script for another one of their movies.
This is a movie that's only gone through 2 directors and 2 scripts.
Listen, there's still time. The movie's not coming out to 2019.
You know, they haven't actually delayed The Flash yet, like officially haven't delayed The Flash, but we've heard more about Aquaman, which is supposed to come out after The Flash, than we've heard about the actual
it's
Flash.
Not coming out. It got pushed up, I thought.
No, but they haven't officially pushed back The Flash. Anyway, I just thought it was weird. But yeah, hey, there you go. They're going to be rewriting the Batman, and they're not going to start production till 2018.
They scrapped a script by one of the greatest DC comic book writers in the past decade. I can't imagine this is a good thing at all. That's all I have to say. You've actually made my chest hurt. My chest legitimately hurts.
do you
Can
want a little-
please
do you want a
stop
little good
talking
news?
about terrible ideas?
Do you want some good news? Do you want a little bit of good news? Henry Cavill was doing an interview, and he says that I need to.
Yeah, I read
bu-
this shit about Green Lantern.
I need to bulk up because I need to be bigger than the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
This is like the 3rd time that he's kind of, intimated that the Green Lantern is going to be in the Justice League. Can you be happy about that? Green Lantern, yay! It's way better. It's automatically better than the Ryan Reynolds movie. If it exists and happens, it's instantly
see.
better.
No, that's not true at all, because that Ryan Reynolds movie had a lot of good things about it, honestly. We'll see. I'm not
Josh, how do you feel about the
I'm not
Batman
holding out
being
hope.
scrapped and rewritten? And the DC universe as a whole, as it's been right now.
Are they going to make a movie?
I mean, at this point,
I think
don't
Josh
know.
has been pretty adamant that as long as they make a good movie, or no, I'm sorry, as long as they make a movie, he's going to give it a chance.
Yeah. Are they going to make a movie?
Oh, I hope
I'm on
so.
board. I'm on board with a movie. If there's a movie, I'm on board with the movie. All the movies, all of them, all of the movies you mentioned, I'm on board with them.
Except for Little Mermaid.
Well, that wasn't part of Cape Talk.
Well, that's true.
So Samuel L. Jackson was on Hot 97, and he was talking about Kong Skull Island because he's in Skull Island.
That was a really good movie, by the way.
I've heard good things about it, actually.
Well, you're about to hear more good things about it. It was good.
Okay, yeah, let's derail Cape Talk to talk about Kong. Go ahead.
You brought it up.
You just said Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson, Kong.
Say your fucking Sam Jackson thing.
Okay,
Was he sick of these mother effing monkeys on his mother effing island?
So of course, he, they got done talking about Khan, and they were like, "Hey, you're Nick Fury in these Marvel movies. What's up with that?" And they're like, "Are you going to be in Black Panther?" And he's like, "No, I'm not going to be in Black Panther." He's like, "Are you going to be in like the Avengers 3 or 4, or are you going to be the other ones?" He goes, "Hey, listen, you didn't see me in Civil War, all right? I'm still out there trying to figure out what the skull is." And he just totally started backpedaling. And basically, Maya just confirmed that we're going to see Red Skull in the Infinity War and the new Marvel movie.
And we should.
It's the way it should be, because it's kind of left very ambiguous as to what the hell happened to him.
Well, that and the great thing about comic books is that the villains always come back, right? And that's been every time we've talked about a series or a movie, we've been critical of killing off villains, because it ends the possibility that we see them. And this is a good thing. This is acknowledging what Brian's been saying this entire time, is that the movies must reflect the books, or nobody gives a shit.
I did say that, didn't I? I'm so smart.
You are.
And this is good too, because I like Nick Fury, and I like what Samuel L. Jackson's doing for him. And I mean, they literally drew him to be in the comics. Like, they wanted him to be involved within this so much that they,
that's not why he was.
They drew him into the comics before he was cast, and then he went with that and said, "See, come on."
But that's not why they did it. But okay,
why'd they do it?
Okay, Brian, why'd they do it?
I'm pretty sure I read an interview with Mark Millar where it was just like, "Hey, you know what would be funny? If Nick Fury looked like Samuel L. Jackson." And Brian is just like, "Sure, I'll draw that," and it happened.
Right.
Now
you got Sam Jackson forever.
Yeah, I mean, it's great the way it turned out, but they didn't draw him thinking, "Oh, hey, in 10 years we're going to do movies and we want Samuel L. Jackson to be Nick Fury." That's not how that happened.
No, but it's cool nonetheless. Like, that's a cool story, and the fact that Sam Jackson will forever now be Nick Fury. It's the only Nick Fury that my son knows.
Thank God he doesn't know David Hasselhoff. I mean, he dodged the bullet on that one.
You bite your tongue that David Hasselhoff movie is a national treasure.
But I'm saying cartoons and everything. That's what he knows. Sam Jackson.
Here's something else we've known. Chris Evans has been very vocal with the fact that he's not going to be Captain America forever, right? And unlike Robert Downey Jr., a couple other actors who have said, "Nah, I'm really done." Hugh Jackman, same thing. "Nah, I'm really done." But when the truckload of money comes, they're like, "I got one more in me." Chris Evans has said, "Hey, listen, my contract is coming up, and I'm gonna hang up the shield once I'm done," which is going to be after the next two movies.
Unless the money's right.
The money truck is going to sway him.
But I don't. You think so?
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely,
because
I think
there's
so.
no Captain America without him.
Word.
At this point, that's it. He's it for me, Captain America wise. He's it.
See, he's been really vocal though that he doesn't he wants to.
That's what I'm really vocal about. Anything that gets me more money.
All right. But apparently everyone's like, "No, we're going to lose Chris Evans." And it's like, guys, this is not something that this has not been hidden. This is something that we've been talking about for a while. You're not going to prepare yourself at all for the inevitability that this could happen?
Psst. This is what they want. They want fans to be very upset about this. You know why? Because people will see Avengers Infinity War thinking it's the last time Chris Evans will play Captain America. And then once the dumpster truck backs up on freaking Captain America's lawn, right, he'll be like, "Oh, well, you get twisted my arm, guys. Okay."
So he really is just going to pull Hugh Jackman and RDJ and just be like, "Oh, man, there's so much money here. All right, I have to do it. Goodbye. I'm going to hold out for another 3, and then I'll do this dance again."
He'll do it.
You don't think they, kill him or something at the end of this and we don't have Cap?
No, man. No.
I think that Josh just pointed out that the great thing about comic books is that people come back all the time. And really, think about the subject matter of this last Avengers movie is going to be the Infinity Gauntlet, which has reality shaping powers and can bring people back from the dead. In fact, in the Infinity Gauntlet comic book, Thanos does kill Captain America about 6 times because he keeps bringing him back.
Dun, dun,
You guys haven't read that story, have you?
Spoiler alert.
I think it would be an amazing scene because in the comic book, he actually succeeds and he kills everybody. And Captain America is the last person standing. And because Thanos has this thing in his brain that he cannot be unopposed, like he needs that like person to fight, he kills Cap and then subconsciously brings him back. And then kills him again. And then subconsciously brings him back. Until Cap eventually beats him. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens in this movie. If they were going to kill off Cap and try to make it permanent, they would have done it in Civil War.
For sure. And legitimately so.
Well, that concludes this week's Cape Talk. So South by Southwest has just ended, just wrapped. It's a man. What a. I mean, I don't even know how to explain South by anymore. It used to be a festival about music, and then just turned into technology. Now it's about everything, and it's a crazy thing. But there's some weird companies that come out of the woodwork and unveil themselves on the floor by Southwest. So I figured I would take a quick moment and play a little game of what do you think this company does? So I'm going to give you the name of the company, and you're going to tell me what you think they do. Are you ready?
Yes.
Thinktive. Thinktive. And
you're asking what specifically they do or what industry?
What do you think they do? I'll take industry. But whatever.
Thinktive is a, let's say, business visualization software.
Brian? Thinktive.
A think tank composed of nothing but chimpanzees.
Oh, I kind of like that better than what I got from them. Thinktive. This is their official answer, and this is as much as they went into. We invent and transform companies.
False.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's pretty much about it, Ryan.
Chimpanzees.
Give that to Brian.
Is the answer. Best answer, chimpanzees. Next.
Dub.
They re-record VHS movies that you have been previously unsuccessful at recording. Re-recording.
The good old VHS to DVD
They
market.
transfer all your old VHS tapes to new VHS tapes.
No, I think you're the opposite. I think they take all your DVDs and turn them into VHS tapes.
Right. They do, and then when they do it, they slightly they just make the audio to video slightly askew so that your entire experience is fucked, and that's why they're called dub.
Brian, what does dub do?
Brian?
They create English dubbed versions of Japanese dubstep songs.
It's like when you said donkey. What did you mean? Nobody recalls that episode of News Radio? Am I the only one?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no.
Am I the only one?
You are. I'm sorry.
Jimmy James and the man's so nice they named him twice? Come on. You guys are killing me. Next.
So Dub is a tech startup created a mobile video creation platform that offers tools for entrepreneurs to edit, share high-quality mobile videos.
Nope.
Moxtra.
Oh, that was the third or fourth opponent of Godzilla. So that company creates opponents for Godzilla.
All right. Brian, Moxtra.
I don't have a better answer than that.
I thought they were a tampon and panty liner company, but I was wrong too. Moxtra.
Well, how'd you get tampon from Moxtra?
I don't know.
Tampax.
Yeah, sounds like Tampax.
It doesn't.
Has an X in it.
Moxtra is a secure, embeddable platform for collaboration of group messaging, document collaboration, and voice and visual analytics and conferencing.
So everything my iPhone can do?
It's basically WhatsApp and Slack. It's basically Slack.
Just get an iPhone.
I prefer my answer. Next.
Mobvoi.
Well, that's easy.
I assume. Mobvoi.
Yeah. Yeah. They find a way for different factions of the 5 families to communicate in confidence.
It's a private messaging app for mobsters.
They're an encrypted.
It's mob voice over internet. I don't see how it gets any easier than that. They just eliminated the P, right? So it's there's no protocol so that nobody can look into it. It's just mob voice over internet. And this is how La Cosa Nostra communicates today. Brian?
I agree. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So Mavoi is an artificial intelligence company that has developed its own Chinese voice recognition and natural language processing platform.
That's exactly what the Italians want you to think.
Yeah, exactly.
I can say that as an Italian. That's exactly on St. Patrick's Day. That's exactly what we want you to think.
Right. Snap hash. And this is not about your hash browns from the Waffle House, Josh.
Snap hash?
Snap hash. I want Brian to go first. Because
all right.
Josh is winning and I can't let that happen.
Fine.
Snap
hash.
Random hashtag generator and share software.
I'm sorry, what?
So if I need to hashtag this episode, hashtag CJ sucks, but I can't think of an inventive way to do it, I'll use this app and they'll randomly generate a hashtag for me that I can then share.
That's not.
No, what is it, Josh?
It's the Waffle House's new app. You basically you open Snap Hash and it says, "Do you want hash browns scattered all the way? Yes or no?" Yes, Snap Hash. No, go fuck yourself. That's the whole app.
Snap Hash is the first ever comprehensive growth guide for craft and large-scale marijuana growers.
Oh, that makes sense,
that.
actually.
I'm behind that as well. That's
all right, you're going to have to help me with the pronunciation of this one. I have Olsio, O-L-I-S-O.
Oliso?
Oliso?
O-L-I-S-O?
Yeah.
Oliso.
Oliso. Brian, going first because,
like Aviato?
Like Aviato. Oliso. Brian?
Oliso. Can you use it in a sentence for me?
Yes, Brian, what is Oliso?
Okay. Can I get the definition? No. Oliso. I mean, are these all software based?
No, they're not all software based.
Okay. A tool for measuring olive oil.
All right. Josh Burns, Oliso.
It was developed by Saved by the Bell's Screech as a love song to his favorite person. But it never caught on. So eventually it evolved into the newest way to rent party boats for the summer. Started out as an homage to Lisa Turtle, became a best way to lease your party boat. Oliso.
So it's like the reverse Uber, like you get a party boat and it comes to you kind of thing?
It's not Uber. Calm down. It's just a way for you to get it. It's more like Airbnb than it is like Uber.
Oh, that's all right. Oliso makes innovative household appliances that simplify your life.
No. Oh, do they make the Foldy Mate?
Oh, no, sir, they don't.
God damn it.
No, then they don't make anything that simplifies my life.
Yeah, seriously.
Bevi.
Doesn't make anything that helps me.
Next one is Bevi. B-E-V-I.
Bevi?
Or Bevy.
Is it Bevy?
Bevy?
B-E-V-I?
Yeah.
Bevy?
Bevy. Josh, I'm going to let you go first.
Do I get to go first this time?
Well, not when you say it that way, it hurts my feelings.
Yeah, it's an easy way to order your favorite drink wherever you are in the moment just by using Apple Pay, but not anything involved with Android.
A Bavarian cream delivery system.
You know what, though? I got to say, that's actually not too far off. From
Which one?
They make internet-connected water coolers for offices that provide unlimited still and sparkling or flavored water.
It's
on
not
demand.
Bavarian cream, Brian. So it wasn't.
Damn it!
Right.
There may be a Bavarian cream flavored water, though. Their mission is to eliminate plastic bottles by producing top-quality custom drinks directly from the tap.
Basically,
Wait,
what
I'm
they
really
make you do,
confused.
you walk up to the vending machine and it says, hold out your hands. And that's where it pours the liquid.
I was going to say, I still need a cup to drink this water,
no.
right?
You get no cup. You
Does it
hold out
come
your
directly
hands.
out of my phone?
It squirts water into your hands. You slurp it from there. That's how
Does it
they're
throw
saving.
a towel at you and then tell you to clean yourself
they're
off?
saving the environment, right? So the smart people just bring like a Ziploc baggie, and the dumb people use their hands, and now they're drinking dirty hand water.
How do I eat soup? I have no spoon.
Right.
Cushy baby.
Say it again.
Cushy baby.
Oh, that's easy. That's the Cabbage Patch Kids' new line of teenage single mother child bastard children.
So it's the teen mom of Cabbage Patch Kids, but it's the kids of the teen mom?
Correct.
Okay.
It's the bastard children.
I thought it
of
would
teen
help you
moms.
because that was a terrible
It
explanation.
was a very terrible explanation. I was thinking it while I was saying things.
Josh,
Mouth
Cushy
diarrhea.
baby. It's two words, by the way. It's 2 words.
Yep. It's a clothing line of cargo shorts with concealed pockets for children to hold stashes of drugs for their parents.
Or to bring Kung Pao chicken into the movie theater.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was chicken
I guess
nuggets in my cargo pants,
you
sir.
could sneak the chicken nuggets in there as well. But I was going with the play on words in both ways.
Are you ready for this? This one's the weirdest one ever. It makes no sense compared to its name. They have built an inexpensive digital necklace that makes your medical history wearable.
Yeah, they got the wrong name.
What the fuck is that? Wrong name. Can you give me a name that the company should use?
Say it again.
This one is so
say
bad.
the sentence again.
We built an inexpensive digital necklace that makes medical history wearable. They're called Cushy Baby. That's
Life
wrong.
alert.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's already that thing. It's called
No,
Life
but that's
Alert.
the fallen and I can't get up thing. This is like, hey, I was in a
Same
car
thing.
accident. Take my necklace, please.
It's all in your online profile.
What if it's like a candy necklace that's color coded for whatever diseases you may have?
The patches, if you have diabetes and you eat it, you die.
You eat the appropriate candy and leave
Right.
like the blue and green one that says you're like diabetic and have herpes or something.
You first eat the I need an ambulance candy, and then the next candy you eat is the first symptom you have. Right? So it's like, I need an ambulance. I had a heart attack. You have to find the blue candy and eat that one.
Okay.
Because it's different from I got bitten by a fucking cat candy. Brian doesn't ever have that one because there are so few cats in his palatial estate.
And what is the name of that business? What is the business that sells the medical alert candy necklace company?
We just said Cushy Baby.
The
Oh,
Life
that's
Alert.
Cushy Baby?
The Life Alert.
same company, Life Alert.
It's all the
right.
same. They just you just change the way you interface with the system. This way is necklace candy.
I would invest in that. Where's that shit on Shark Tank?
Where's that Indiegogo right now?
It
right?
only exists on the New Jersey boardwalks.
So I have to thank a fantastic community on Facebook for helping me with this. Dungeons and Dragons is getting an official app for traditional tabletop play, which would allow you to look at your sheets, kind of get an idea of your characters, dungeon master rules, all that fun stuff. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't know like what the hell this actually does. Brian, were you a D&D guy by any chance?
Not for a very, 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 very long time.
So everyone that I asked, hey, is this a big deal? And the answer is this is 8 years too late. There are other apps that already do this, and people who are dungeon masters apparently hate this because people will just basically make up their shit just like they do on their sheets. And this is like just a way for Dungeons and Dragons apparently to get more money out of people who play D&D, which I didn't know there was money to be made with D&D.
Yeah.
I listen, I've never
There's
played.
like
I have never played Dungeons and Dragons.
gajillion books. There is literally a gajillion books if you want to play Dungeons and Dragons
I
to
thought
its full
you
potential.
had to make it up. Yeah, I thought when I was watching.
You know what D&D guys do now? You know what they do now? They do a couple different things. Some play MMOs. Some play poker. Some play fantasy sports. But
No.
oh, they do. Oh, they do. They absolutely do. I'm in quite a few leagues with D&D guys. Fantasy sports are intricate enough if you get into the right league that it absolutely has all the components you would crave from a D&D. Down to prestige points, down to...
This is where I would send that gif of Ron Burgundy going, I don't believe you. Because I don't believe you.
I have ways, I have leagues that I'm in that I can show you are that intricate.
I believe you're in leagues with D&D players. I believe you're in intricate leagues. I do not believe in the rest of that statement.
I'm telling you, man.
Because here's why I don't believe you. Because fantasy sports are based on the outcome of a predetermined or set game that is going to happen. The whole point of D&D is that it's this magical world that the Dungeon Master has built an entirely fictitious story out of, and you interact based on that.
And that's fine.
My experience in D&D is predicated on my choices, not on how many runs this guy makes, or if they score a goal unit basket thing, or if the refs, say yes. I just, it's not predicated on that.
So the app is called D&D Beyond, which is set to arrive in beta this summer, and it's designed for dungeon masters and players to enjoy the games without tracking the progress on pen and paper. It's going to support 5th edition rules and includes official content like rules, character builders, and interactive character sheets. So this way it's taking out the pen and paper and trying to make it digital. Someone compared this to there's Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds, which apparently have already done this, and their fears that they're going to get bought and just roll that into the D&D app. So, I mean, there's people that are still playing D&D and people who are trying to get into it, and this is a way to try to help them with, moving into their cell phones, which they have in their pocket instead of pen and paper and a book.
If it's affordable, I think it's great.
It's a good question. I don't know if there's a cost. I know you can sign up for the beta for it right now on their page.
There'll be a cost, don't worry.
Right. What I'm saying is, if people really want to use it to play, then I think everyone should use it to play. And in that vein, it should be affordable enough for everyone to use it. There are still gatherings, right? Comic book stores all over the place that play different tabletop games. So I understand there's a following. If you're going to make an app, it should be affordable for everyone to use it. It should be the new standard, right? It should be
right.
The goal should be within 12 months for it to be totally ubiquitous, right? Everybody uses it. Fine. But if that's not the goal, if you're not trying to revolutionize the game, what's the point? And if that's not the case, then who cares? If this works for everybody, then there should be a cost associated and everybody should use it. That's what I think.
Do you think this would ever, if someone invited you and said, hey, use the app to build your character and keep track of this and not do pen and paper, would you ever join a D&D game?
Can you imagine how far behind the average D&D guy I would be to start?
I'm just saying if someone said, hey, Josh.
And I want you to consider that my first thought would be, how much of an advantage does everyone else have over me? Right? Because
that really depends if you're playing with people who've been playing for a long time and have an existing character, or
D&D
they're just going to start a whole
thing,
new
though, right? So in any, I don't know.
Doesn't always have to be competitive.
It is competitive. It is. It's always competitive.
How so?
Because anything that involves control vis-a-vis people winning and losing, people giving orders, taking orders.
But the thing is, you're not winning or losing. You're going towards one goal as a group 9 times out of 10. Your objective is to reach this place or do this quest or complete this action as a group. You're not competing with other players.
People
it's
in
really
the group
you
have
versus
ranks,
the game.
right?
Not necessarily.
No, they have roles. It's almost like Overwatch or other things like that. Everyone has a specific role to help.
I don't know what Overwatch is.
Achieve the overall objective.
But the thing is, I want you to imagine Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
There's no ranks in Lord of the Rings. There's obviously your favorite characters. There's obviously some, not so favorite characters depending on who you are. But everybody has a role. Everybody has an important part to play, and everybody understands what their role is. And they're all heading towards one goal. We need to do this thing, and we win. That's D&D.
So here's as transparent as I can be. My only knowledge, opinion, perspective, perception of D&D is what I learned from House of Lies and the character Doug, who was a huge...
What about Stranger Things?
Well, but it was limited exposure, right? We just saw them on a quest, and that was it. Like,
yeah, but they're on a quest, and then when they're done with that quest, they're done with that.
But that doesn't
chapter.
introduce me at all to the nuances of the game. What it seems like to me is that this world is so much deeper than the storyline. That people have different. It seems like this is a game about prestige over a lot of other things. People that have been playing it for a long time seem to feel different ways than someone, like I'm just getting into it. People look down upon me because I don't know what I'm doing.
No, I don't necessarily think. I mean, no, listen, I haven't been in the D&D community ever, but I don't feel like that's the way it is.
And Josh, I mean, we've talked about this a million times, the nerdy community and the nerdy world at large, right? And again, subsects, yeah, but are more welcoming for someone to come into something new. Hey, thanks for at least expressing an interest and trying something. I think if someone invited you to a game, it wouldn't be a fucking noob and dealing with all that shit the whole time.
I don't know, but it's not. The culture has such a strong reputation that I wouldn't try to get in.
So let me just ask you though, if someone listening to this episode right now emails you and says, hey Josh, we're in the same area as you. One Saturday, come to this comic book store and do a campaign with us. Would you go?
Yeah, for sure. Why? I mean, if you're going to invite me and I get to sit in and just try without anybody giving me a ton of shit, yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I?
Because I think that's what would happen. Like, I don't think anyone would give you shit. I think you think that's gonna. It's like the opposite. It's like
that's
the
setting.
nerds that have gone from exiled to bullies
right.
in such a right. They've gone full way around.
My default setting is I'm too extreme about my opinions. You're gonna give me shit about them. So that's what I'm used to. If there's someone out there, by the way, that wants to invite me to witness this insanity, I'm all about it. Like I need to know what you know. Right? Why are you so passionate about it? Let me in. I'm interested.
You can find Josh's Twitter handle in our show notes, or you can email him at josh@thatkindofnerd.com, or just go to our Facebook page, go to our website, That Kind of Nerd.
Also, his cell phone number is 610. No.
It's 610-867-5309. Anybody can call me. You have to talk to Jenny first, and then
How did you get
she'll get a hold of me.
Oh, well.
I got Brian on that at least once.
You did. It was
Yes,
awesome.
you
I was
did.
there for it. It was
the
beautiful.
worst feeling in the
It
world.
was so great because he walked away and they came back. But
And realize it for 20 minutes.
and listen, this is the thing that we've talked about, right? The nerdy community, the nerdy world, again, at large, there are exceptions to the rule, is more welcoming, and this is just a way to welcome people into D&D because it's so intimidating that having an app to maybe guide you through character creation, keeping track of it, keeping stats, and turn you into a little bit of a pro, right? Taking some of the manual work out of it. I think this is interesting. So again, if anyone wants to extend an invitation to either of us, find our information in our show notes, and I mean, I'll definitely entertain the thought. No problem. All right.
That's okay. You don't have to invite me to anything. Fuck Brian.
I included all of our information.
No, you didn't. You said either, which implied you and I. And
Yeah, it did
not
imply-
any of us, which would imply
Please
any of
invite
the
Brian to
No,
your D&D
no, it's
group as
fine
well.
because to be honest with you, my friend my buddy JP is already trying to start.
JP,
one, so
can
I'm
you
good.
please? I'm just saying.
I
actually already
I'm
created
Facebook
my
friends
character.
with
I'm just
JP,
waiting for the campaign to begin.
Yeah, I'm Facebook friends with JP. He should include me on that.
There
He's
you
gonna-
go. All right. And anybody else? Seriously, anybody else? Reach out. Let us know. Let us know what you think about the app too. Curious to hear what you think as a D&D player.
Yeah, I'm willing to invest up to $100 in anything idiotic.
That's true. You've done it on the air before.
Exactly right. So what I'm saying is, if the investment to me is less than $100, I'm willing to try it. Nothing
This is-
illegal. Nothing illegal, people.
This is
that I've
the
said.
next topic I have some trepidation bringing up. So hear me out before you say anything. If you're a new listener to this show, you need to Google the Folding Mate, as Brian has already referenced it. It's a fantastic piece of technology.
The
that'll fold away your
greatest
laundry.
invention ever.
Now hold on.
we don't have it yet. Oh,
Don't lose your shit.
Although my fidget cubes are being shipped this week.
Oh, really? I haven't checked my email to know when my
They're
fidget
being
cube.
shipped this week. I know you're trying to get it some other ridiculous, awesome product, but my fidget cubes are going to be here in the month of March. The munch.
No,
of
screw this.
So there is a
It's even got a
product.
stupid name. What the hell's a Laundroid? Screw
There's a
that.
product called the Laundroid, which is claiming to be the world's first laundry folding bot.
No, it's not.
But we know that the Foldy Mate was the first one.
Yes, that's still in like prototype. This one's gonna be available for pre-order now.
Is it better?
Well,
How
take a
much?
look at the design. Looks nicer, guys. For the new listeners, Josh and Brian are very passionate about their Foldy Mate.
Where is the cost? Why is this all in Japanese?
Go to about and
I don't understand these characters, CJ.
You gotta dig around.
I don't see a number that would be associated with the cost in either doll hairs or yen, perhaps. I don't see it.
How do you feel though about the fact that they're claiming to be the world's first?
I don't give a shit what they claim. Whatever gets the market first at this point.
Yeah,
It
whoever
does the same
gets
thing.
out, whoever gets in my house first is the winner.
How much and how much laundry will it do
Their
at once?
teaser movie starts in outer space, by the way, which is making me automatically suspect.
It sorts the clothing?
The Foldy Mate didn't start in outer space.
This sorts it too. So Josh,
you
we
ready?
can put both of our laundry in and have it sort our laundry.
It'll look for which one has cat hair and which one doesn't. I have a cost. Are you ready
It's
for the cost?
freshly
Has very
cleaned. I
little
don't
cat.
have cat hair on it.
It is $850.
Sign me the fuck up.
And
now.
if you want the steam function, it's an additional $200 to $300.
Whatever.
And if you want to get these little perfume capsules,
No.
it'll cost you $40 a pop for those.
I don't want those.
$850 for never having to fold my laundry again?
So the Foldy
Yes.
Mate will start taking orders in 2017 and is expected to be delivered by 2018. The Laundroid is supposed to be out by the end of this year.
This thing takes a lot of liberties with the amount of time it takes to fold clothing. It estimates it's saving you 9,000 hours, which is 375 days of free time. First of all, like even if I spend a grand total of 1 hour a week folding laundry, you're not getting to 9,000 hours. Like who are they estimating this time for?
I don't know.
The what was it? The family like 20 kids? Like I mean, I don't even think them. This is
Josh,
crazy.
it comes with an app.
Yeah, it's powered by the app. So there's an
Comes
app
with
that
My
app,
car's
actual-
powered by an app. Whatever, man. Like
The image design shown is only concept and not actual appearance of product.
Here's the
Which means you're going to spend $850 and they're going to ship you some hobo in a box.
So here's the thing: Foldy Mate is targeted to range between $700 and $850, right? So we're on par right there.
I'm sticking
but
with
again,
Foldy Mate.
the Laundroid, if you want the steaming and stuff, it's another $200 to $300.
I'm sticking with Foldy Mate.
But
I'm
the
sticking with
Foldy
Foldy
Mate
Mate.
can't do. Hold on, there was differences between.
I
them.
don't
There was-
believe this thing can do everything it says it can do. I'm
really?
sticking with Foldy Mate.
Brian, are you sticking with the Foldy Mate?
I'm curious how much laundry I can do at once. Answer me that question and then I'll make a decision.
There's nothing here that shows you anything about its functionality. That was the great thing about Foldy Mate. It showed you how it worked.
Yeah.
This thing, there's nothing. You know what it is? It's Steve Jobs' black box.
It's the next computer.
Look at it, CJ.
I get it. It is.
It's exactly Steve Jobs' black box. I don't believe anything that this thing says because it doesn't show me how it works. The
It
Foldy
also
Mate
has
showed me how
droid
it
in the
worked.
name.
Long live the Foldy Mate.
Brian, if you think I'm way off and we should be behind this, then I'm with you. We'll
No, it
invest
has
our money
droid
here.
in the name. I'm assuming the app is only on Android,
Only
which
Android,
automatically
and it's not going to work half the time.
Automatically discounts it.
And then,
Foldy Mate.
and then the other half the time that it doesn't work, it explodes.
I have a question for you guys. Have you ever been trying to organize a desk, organize your room, create a craft or activity, and tired of regular old tape? Wouldn't it be great if your tape was Lego tape?
Seen it. Want it.
It's
I
happening.
will Lego the shit out of everything.
Indiegogo has a campaign up for a company that is not officially Lego. I need to state that legally for the record. It is $11 a roll, and you can pre-order it right now on Indiegogo. It looks so awesome. Brian, tell me what happened when you saw this and what you thought about it.
What happened?
Yes, did you squee? Were you excited? Did you go and pre-order
My
it?
pants
Did
glowed red.
you ejaculate immediately?
Were you fully tumescent?
Yes. And then I immediately thought, what can I put this on? Answer everything.
So this is like tape that if you put the end of one on the other, it sticks to the other tape.
No, so it's regular
literally-
adhesive on the
it's literally
back.
a roll of tape. It has adhesive on the back and is Lego topped. And then you can take Lego pieces and put them on there like they're Legos and build
Okay,
shit.
all right. So it's a strip of tape that happens to have Lego dots at the top.
Pretty much.
Again, not official Lego product.
Duplex, Duplos,
Dude blows more.
Hydrox, whatever it is.
You know they were before Oreos, right?
No, I don't care. Nobody knows. That's fine. Oreos. Everybody knows Oreos.
I'm just saying.
Nobody knows. Like, just CJ going, oh, Hydrox was first.
They
like
were. They were there
anybody,
for- I just want you
anybody's
to
gonna
know.
go. You know what? You're
No,
right. It's better. Hydrox is
I'm
better.
not saying it's better. I want to educate.
Why even
I wanna,
say it? Like, why even say it then? Because
Let
nobody
somebody know.
Oh, Hydrox was first.
I
so it
don't
was
like
shitty,
Hydrox
and
cookies
Oreo
better. I
improved.
think they're terrible. I think the Oreo is the superior cookie to everything.
The point being, just because you're first doesn't make you better. Hence, Laundroid and Foldymate.
You know what?
Say that,
Touche,
bring it
sir.
back there.
Touche. All right. Well, this has been your dose of nerdy news. I didn't mean to have such a negative.
News.
Oh, that makes it better. I didn't mean to rain on anybody's parade with the Matrix reboot, with Netflix changing their thing. With
The name of this episode should be CJ brings up stupid shit for an hour and a half.
That's every episode. I don't know if you know that. And remember that March is Podcast Awareness Month, so please, I want you to share this podcast with the friends. If this is the first time listening to it, hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to share our podcast online with the hashtag tripod. You can call us anytime and leave a voicemail at 484-373-4119, and your voice can actually be on the show, so be part of this podcast. I want to thank Josh and Brian for sticking with me this week and talking about everything going on in the nerdy world. And thank you so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work. And we will see you next week.
News. Horseface in this analogy is Sarah Jessica Parker.
Horseface in every analogy is Sarah Jessica Parker.
But
This is the best kind of T-Con, Brian. Do you know why?
I do not know why.
Well, it's
Why don't you explain it to me?
It's St. Patty's Day, which is awesome. I've been drinking a while,
I know.
which is good.
Sure.
And I have not, like, CJ sent a whole lot of stuff for us to look at. I didn't look at fucking one of those things,
Neither did I.
which means, right? We get to say, fuck it. Let's do it live. Let's just do it live.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it live.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there going, oh, this topic would be a good conversation between
Yeah, you're
everybody.
freaking
Fuck
texting
you
me while
guys.
I'm trying to watch Beauty and the Beast last night, you stupid mother effer.